In weeks 5 and 6, we started to filter our data before we conducted our analysis. You can do this easily in JASP by clicking over here on the filter button. What that's going to do is open up another window. And again, the workflow of this window is the same as we've looked at already with the descriptive statistics and frequencies. Got a list of variables over here, a box to transfer them into, and only now we've got some simple mathematical operators here on the top that will let us tell JASP how exactly to filter it and depending on what condition. So let's say we want to select only households. We already know that the household information is given for the household person who's numbered 1. So if we want to just include the household information in our results, what we want to do is filter it so that we're only looking at cases where the person number equals 1. To do that, we simply drag and drop the variable over here, click on this operator up here, equals, and then click over here and type 1. What that's going to do then, after we click apply, is it's going to limit our results only to households, because now we've excluded, you can see here, so anyone, so these are each of these lines, these are the person numbers, and now we have only person number 1, so person number 5, person number 2 has been excluded. This means that because households comprise of multiple people, and because multiple people answer the questions on the Silk questionnaire, the household level information is contained on the line that contains the information for person number 1. So now if we go to our descriptive statistics, you'll notice a difference compared to the way we did it previously. We now have less cases in our results. So let's say we want to summarize household income. We transfer that over, and now we see that we have 4,983 cases. But you'll also remember that we wanted to exclude those households that had a 0 income. So to do that, we can simply add more conditions up here. Now the variable for household income is down here. It's this nat_dispinc variable. And we simply transfer that over. And now we want to limit it to any household with an income greater than 0. And once we apply that, and we'll close down our filter window here. Once we go back to our results, you'll see that it's automatically updated. So now we've got slightly fewer cases, 4,969, whereas before we had just a little bit more than that. So that's households. What about individuals? So to deactivate any of these filters, you can tell if there's a filter active by looking at the data grid. You can see here that these ones that are slightly paler are cases that are excluded. And to get rid of any filters, you see that there's this little bin icon over here. We simply drag and drop the different components of the filter over here into the bin, and that will deactivate them. So if you just wanted to deactivate all filters, you simply move these to the bin, click apply, and it will say filter cleared. So what if we want to just filter for individuals with an income greater than 0? We simply go back up to the filter box here, and our personal income variable is about halfway down the list, and it's this variable. It's an_emp_inc, or you can use disposable income either. So this is individual disposable income, and we want to include only those individuals with an income greater than 0. So I'm just clicking and typing the 0 there. Then I click apply pass-through filter, and now when I go back to my descriptives, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to scroll down the list, and I'm going to summarize individual income, which is just down here. So this and dispinc. And now we see it's reduced, whereas before with the full data set with no selections, I've got just over 12,000 cases. Now, because I'm including individuals with an income greater than 0, I now have 8,982. So more individuals than households with a non-zero income. And from here, I can summarize any of these individual level variables. So let's say we just want to look at employment income. Again, not including, say, transfers and cash income. We can simply add that in, and now we see we have the average employment income is 17,645. Average total income is 25,555. And remember before, we just want to make sure when we're looking at our descriptive statistics that we add in the median as well. We can also include other things. We can include minimum, maximum, standard errors and ranges and all that. But the figures that you really want to focus on, your mean and your median, and your maximum, your minimum, sorry, and your maximum. And remember, you can save these tables, you can copy these tables any way you want. You can rename these analyses any way you want by simply clicking in the edit box, or you can close them down and start again. So if you're finished with that filter, you want to deactivate it. We just drag this one over to the bin, take out all the components, click apply, and now we're back to using the full data set again. And if you want to continue with any analyses, it's just as easy as going back to your analysis tab up here, transferring variables over.